Hi everybody, once again I got myself in a track that leads nowhere. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some aspects of the bike. First of all, I got no windshield. This offers no wind protection. So I get a lot of wind on my shoulders, on my helmet. I have the camel bag that sometimes feels like a small parachute. It toughens up the muscles while we're still young and we got the strength of youth. It's not ideal for long rides on the tarmac. It wears you out really quickly. At the end of the day you're totally busted, but that's what I have on this bike, and it's suiting well for my age. No. Yesterday I talked a little bit about the suspensions, especially the front one. I got the Wilbur's the springs, and what I noticed is that I thought I was a lousy rider, but no, a good hard suspension gives me a lot of more stability, a lot more control over obstacles like potholes, rutters, logs, you name it. And when I brake, it doesn't sink as much as the original ones. It just stays a little bit sturdier. I remember seeing a YouTube video of some bike review of this one, and they said the suspension works better when pushed to its limits. Took me a while to figure out what that means. It means it's total crap. BMW, you could have done a little bit better. Good suspensions would be a safer suspension and a better bike. Now, suspension is done. Regarding riding position, I see a lot of you folks on the big 1200s. I see a lot of folks on the 1200s riding straight like this, as if they had a stick up their bum. Don't ride like this. No one rides like this. Skateboarders don't ride like this. Snowboarders don't ride like this. Surfers don't ride like this. Assume the stance. Bend the knee. Don't be a fool. Bend the knee. A little bit. This is the proper position to ride, at least this bike, and I think every other bike. All the other bikes. Not straightforward, but absorbing the impacts with the legs and arms. This is how I ride. I'm going on a steep downhill. I get my bum backwards. So I have this back here on the way, but downhill, uphill, big jumps, normal riding. I just have to go on a dirt road, riding comfortably like this. I see an obstacle, I just lift my bum a little bit. See the difference? Lift the bum, relax again. Lift the bum, relax again. Now this puts a lot of strain on the knees, but it shifts the weight to the foot pegs. And if I lift my bum and I grip my legs like you do on horses, wild horses and wild bulls, the rear end can shake the tail all at once. I won't get nervous. The bike is nervous, I'm steady. This is what I do. I just lift the bum a little bit. If I want to ride hard and have a lot of fun, then I get my crotch all the way to the front, I grip with my legs, and the bike can shake all at once. I'm very comfortable and safe. So I don't need electronic suspension. I don't need throttle control. That's another one for you 1200 GSIs. My throttle control is here on the tip of my wrist. I have a small engine, a 650 single cylinder, 4-stroke. So it's very slow, very linear, but very slow engine. So what I did was to develop my technique to the bike and to the terrain. I see an obstacle, I give it a little bit of throttle, just what I need to overcome that obstacle. Can be a log, can be an uphill, doesn't matter. Instead of going Like I see some guys on big bikes, big adventure bikes, they throttle like this, vroom, 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 and the rear wheel spins, and the rear wheel spins. You're gonna chew the whole tire in a week. The same for the clutch. I see a lot of people, they see a bit of mud, they go through a little bit of sand, they do that clutch touch. They're gonna end up either breaking the clutch cable or burning the clutch disc. Once again, I developed my riding skills not to do the clutch touch all the time, just when I necessarily need it. When I'm probably stuck in the mud or in the sand, that's when I do it. So I have a small bike, it's half the cc's than the big 1200s, has a third of the powers. I got like what, not even 40 or 40 something horsepower. The big 1200 has 120, the BMW, the KTMs and the Ducatis, they go to 150. Throttle control on the tip of the wrist. And that's how I've been riding this bike. I feel that it's a good beginner's bike. It's good to learn, to get the next half a dozen years to improve my skills. And I really enjoy it. Pretty good.